Everybody.
What is up, y'all? We are back again, and happy holidays to everybody because we are filming this right before New Year's.
Yep.
And we just came across something. Somebody was nice enough to share with us what this app looks like. So I'm sure many of you guys have heard that there was a new way to start submitting time as Jehovah's Witnesses. And I always wondered what the app looked like because as some of y'all may know, I'm still in my service group chat message thing.
That gotta be annoying.
It is. I get the messages all the time still, and I don't know how to take myself out of the group. But regardless, I remember when they were making this transition and starting to implement using the app and submitting your time over the app and everything. But I had no idea what the app looked like.
No, the last app I remember was the JW Library.
I know.
And that was it. So they have a app for those, like, we've been out for a while. It's some people that's either still in or just left.
Yeah.
And they know about the app, but then it's the rest of us is like an app. This app will show you, because we're not members of a congregation, we don't have the PIN number and all that to see detail for detail. But we can show you the website and the app and the app store, how it kind of shows what's in it.
Yeah.
This is OD.
This is crazy. Like, we were at get together and nobody else at the get together knew about this app. So that's why I'm like, I think it would be interesting to just show this to our YouTube fam.
Yeah.
Because it was interesting. This couple was showing it to us and we were mind blown. We were like, what in the world?
Like, who got time for this stuff?
Yep. Let's get into it.
This app is called NW Publisher. And the first thing, because I remember hearing something like this years ago, we might talk about this
one day.
The NW, we're like, that got to be for New World. Because the thing about Jehovah's Witnesses Bible that goes over a lot of heads is called the New World Translation.
Yeah.
And if you're familiar with the New World Order, that stuff goes hand in hand with this cult.
Yeah.
And you would never tie them together, but that's another thing. But the fact that this is also New World.
Yes.
In this app.
Right. And so I had looked at it like on our normal phone and looked for the app. You had found it. And then if you go to who like created the app, it sends you over to a website, which is where we got this screenshot from. So we can just read the first little blurb.
Okay. There where it says New World Publisher.
Yep.
Is a free Apple iOS and Google Android app created by Jehovah's Witnesses for Jehovah's Witnesses. Congregation publishers can install New World Publisher, see, we're not making it up, on their mobile devices and be more united and connected with their congregation.
Yeah. So something that I didn't know about this app is it was actually created over 4 years ago, which I had no idea it's been around for that long.
Yeah.
But what we ended up finding out is that you cannot use the NW Publisher app unless your congregation is also using the it's another app, NW Service app or something like that. Hold on,
but when you try to log into it, it asks you for like the PIN number. So just anybody like us, we're not able to just jump on there.
Yeah.
And of course it tracks who's on it because you have to enter a PIN number.
Right, exactly. So it's interesting because we went to the website of the New World Scheduler app too to see like, information about it. And it's only able to be used by certain people, usually whoever is holding responsibilities within the Jehovah's Witness organization. So we're just going to take you through to show you who exactly is able to use this app. So it can be used by the coordinator of the body of elders, congregation secretary, life and ministry meeting overseer, the service overseer, group overseers, territory servant, public talk coordinator, and the maintenance coordinator, literature servant, cleaning coordinator, attendant servant, audio video servant, all other elders, and the circuit overseer. From my understanding, the New World Scheduler app and the New World Publisher app go hand in hand, but they are actually not produced by Watchtower and Tract Society.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
I know.
I wonder why they say that.
Right. So there's another blurb like all the way at the end of the website saying who who came up with this, says, hello, New World Scheduler was created to help simplify and unify the scheduling and organizing by appointed brothers in the congregation. Whether you are serving as an elder or ministerial servant, the coordinator of the body of elders, secretary, or have any other responsibility, we hope that the New World Scheduler makes your work easier and quicker. That way we can all spend more time with our families, preaching, teaching, and shepherding. New World Scheduler was created and is maintained by a small team of brothers and sisters based in Australia. Our team are all currently in full-time service, and all brothers are elders. Between us, we have spent over 40 years in the full-time service, including more than 10 years in special full-time service. Our team members have also served at branch offices, remote translation offices, and in lands where the need is greater. Kind regards, New World Scheduler team. So this is a whole team that's separate from, Watchtower and Track Society. So they've created a little business off of this.
Right.
Yeah. All the way at the end of the website, they have like a little please note situation going on, and it says that all ideas and opinions on this website are our own and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of jw.org or the Watchtower and Bible and Track Society. This is not an official website of Jehovah's Witnesses and is not an official program or app of Jehovah's Witnesses. While all team members are active Jehovah's Witnesses, we are not affiliated with jw.org or the Watchtower Bible and Track Society. This program does not replace any official program or website, does not contain any spiritual food, and does not gather any personal data from you. All data inside this program comes from your local body of elders only, and any and all personal information displayed on this website, such as in screenshots, how to guide, or help videos, is purely fictitious and is for illustrative purposes only. No real personal or congregation information is used anywhere on this website. I don't know, it's just interesting to see this.
All the way in the fine print. And this is a way of, like we've seen time and time before, shifting the blame on the elders instead of the higher ups in this organization. That way when court cases and stuff pop up, oh, that wasn't us giving direction, that was the local elders.
Yeah.
They did that on their own. That way the blame is not on them.
I think it's also just a separation of businesses. So whoever it is that is maintaining this app, which they said it's a small group of elders from Australia or whatever, so they have their own little business, even though the Watchtower and Track Society, it is using both of these apps
Worldwide.
Yes, but not yet.
Well, we seen it in Georgia.
Yeah.
All the way from Australia.
Right, that's true, but they're not worldwide yet, in some of the lands and stuff, but I'm sure that that's where they're trying to get to. So it looks like this is the homepage for congregation. You have the field service reports. That's interesting. You have your public witnessing. You can schedule a time that you want to public witness and with who. You have schedules for the midweek meetings. Yep, there's a life and ministry meeting that you have the schedule for. And different assignments. Initial call, Watchtower reading, congregation Bible study, your weekend meetings, and duties. And then that's when you open up the duties. It gives you all of that. And then it has your own specific profile.
Now, something that sounds a little fishy to me is the away periods that you've seen as the screens are rolling. So when you went to the website, it explains right here, away periods. Submit away periods and let the elders know when you will be unavailable for assignments or duties. Now, you could say well, that's just to be proactive, but just think of what this sounds like. All in a nutshell, everything we just showed with this app and these assignments, what does this have to do with God? Just for real, just be realistic. Where in the Bible is this stuff needed? All of these assignments, mostly everybody else in their religion, they got somebody to talk and you just show up and listen. It's pretty simple. All of these assignments and having schedules for all these people, usually in the congregation, you have a crowd of people who just come to listen. But there's no way to be an active Jehovah's Witness to just show up, listen, and go on with your day. Everybody has to share a part and stand up on stage and do this stuff, or go out and recruit other people.
Yep.
The more you look into it, the less it sounds like just a regular religion, and it sounds more like a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme or a business. This is all this stuff is. So away periods is just requesting time off. If you need to take off of work, this is what this is. A lot of jobs have apps and things like this in place to where the business will run smooth, and you can communicate and have a schedule on who's scheduled to work Wednesday, who's scheduled to work this shift. This is all this app is at the end of the day. It's a business app.
I'll tell you, at work, we have an assignment sheet. So that's where, you see your assignment and what you're going to have, what patients you're going to have for the day. And at the bottom, they give you a number, a phone number for one, to be carrying throughout the shift. And at the bottom, you have a buddy, and that's your lunch buddy. So basically, if you are ready to go on lunch break, you pass your phone off and your patients off to whoever is assigned to be your buddy. Then there's another section where it's a cleaning section of what is to be cleaned that night and who is responsible of cleaning that section.
Right.
Then there's another section for if we have like codes or something happen throughout the night, who's going to be the person that's recording the code and what's going on, who's going to be the one doing chest compressions, who's going to be the one giving breaths, who's going to be the one who's running to get supplies and things like that. We have all of that on this assignment sheet, and everybody has a responsibility. So this shows more and more, just like they said here on the app, what the app's purpose is for. It's so that you can be better at shepherding and witnessing and keeping track of your assignments and staying organized. That's what this is used for. And the creators of this app, like they said, they were all in full-time ministry, which means that if you are in full-time ministry, likely you do not have a full-time job. This is your full-time job, even for people who are in Bethel and things, that's your full-time job. Where it gets so complicated is we are always talking about work-life balance, right, at work. But with Jehovah's Witnesses, it's difficult to have religion life balance because they're supposed to be synonymous. They're supposed to be one and the same. There is no separation. There is no balance. And the more and more things that are being created, I mean, yes, this is great to stay organized, whatever, but like it said, all publishers are supposed to be having this app. Like if your congregation uses the app, then all publishers should have it and should be submitting things through that app, should be using the app. And it's just a better way for them to also keep track of you. Because before, it was easier to lose, field service reports and your card and things. Things get lost in the files, right? This is making it so that it's like bulletproof. You can't, there is no losing anything anymore.
This stuff is just unnecessary at the end of the day. All these assignments, these apps, why do you need to, have a track of how long you talk to people and how many people you talk? Why does it matter?
It's a business.
It's a business. This stuff is irrelevant, but the members of this organization always feel like, oh, Jehovah's looking out for us and providing this. You don't need this stuff. None of this stuff has nothing to do with this Bible and this God stuff. This is man-made business stuff.
Even in the reviews, it said, this surely was a labor of love. And somebody definitely saw the opportunity to fix something, but I can't help but to think of my job whenever I'm looking at this, because it's the same thing with nursing. Before, nurses used to do paper charting, okay? And whenever there was that transition from paper charting to having to chart in the computer, the truth is it was a lot more work. And it was you had to have certain things charted, or else those are things that get audited. So I'm sure that that's kind of going to be a way that happens in this organization too, because they were already doing audits of congregations, and now these audits are going to be so much easier to do, but it kind of plays as a disservice to the members that are in it as well, because it's man, you can't catch a break, because you have to remember that a lot of these publishers have full-time jobs.
They work two jobs, basically.
Yeah, they have kids. This is a lot.
It is.
Having to schedule in there when you're going on vacation.
To let somebody, who has to let anybody from their church or any other place know, or basically have to even get permission, hey, I'm gonna be in Hawaii in the month. Man, so what? Just go. You don't have to tell nobody nothing.
I don't think it's to get permission. I think it's just so that they don't give you any assignments or anything that day.
But it shouldn't matter. You shouldn't have to let somebody know, hey, I'm not gonna have to be able to do this assignment. So what? Like, this stuff has nothing to do with nothing. I don't know. I just felt like this whole thing was ridiculous. And it's just showing how much control this cult has over people's lives.
I know. People definitely will see an opportunity and just take it. And I think that that's kind of what this was. I just thought it was interesting. Like, man, like, there's another one. There's so many apps now that Watchtower and Track Society has. And even if this isn't affiliated technically with Watchtower and Track Society, their congregations are using it. So it's just kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, so it's obviously a part of it. Otherwise, they would say, oh, no, this is for Jehovah's organization. They're using it, so who knows? Let us know what y'all think about it. Did any of y'all get to use this app, or is this new to y'all just like it was new to us?
Right.
Yep, let us know. Hit us on our Instagram at Awaken Truths IG. We have our TikTok, and you know that's at Awaken Truths LLC.
We have our healing journals. We have both the Pimo edition and the normal edition.
Yep.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We will catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.